So in this particular session, we are going to talk about CV improvement tips. Okay. Now, why do we need to know about CV improvement tips? Is because, see, this is something common among all the audience, all of you, right? You are going to apply for a job or some kind of project or some kind of application you are always going to make, right? So today, what I'm going to share with you, these tips are going to definitely help you. Okay. And later on, this will be putting on YouTube also for the benefit of everybody. Okay. And then I'll be taking up your questions. All right. So the first thing which I want to highlight in today's session is whenever you are making your CV or resume, please make it simple. Don't make it over complicated, too much of text, and you're trying to add everything you have done. Okay. Including you danced in your class 7th. No, that's not required. You have to make it simple. You have to make it crisp, concise, and not more than 1 page. Okay. 2 pages is too much, unless you are a PhD with 20 papers, right? So 2 pages will be too much. One is sufficient. Okay. So your resume or CV, curriculum vitae, whatever you call it, make it simple. Okay. The second thing is you need to learn about outreach activities. So whatever activities you did, like you volunteered in some, blood donation camp, you did some co-curricular activities, like you were a captain of your school cricket team, whatever. So those things also you should mention, because companies today are interested in how outspoken you are, how dynamic as a personality you are, because there are a lot of dumb people out there, and dumb people also are applying, right? So they want to separate the smart ones from the dumb ones, right? So always mention the outreach activities. Okay. But that does not mean that you had a small, like you played a drama role in class 7, you should include. No, something which reflects your personality, right? That's outreach activities. Now, the third, which I have for you, is trainings and workshops. So, okay, Biotechnica also conducts, a lot of companies are conducting, a lot of industry-oriented webinars, trainings, workshop is happening. Please attend it, okay? And don't just attend it for certificate, attend it because you are genuinely interested, okay? Whether it is paid or unpaid does not matter. As long as you're learning, that is important, okay? Now, during those training sessions, of course, you should ask a lot of questions, like you're going to ask me a lot of questions today. So trainings and workshops you should attend, whether it is virtual, whether it is offline, no matter whatever it is, okay? As long as you are attending these trainings and workshops has got 3 benefits. The first is, of course, you learn. The second is you get to know about a lot of experts from your field, and you learn about them and how they talk, what kind of mentality they have, what kind of struggles they had, a lot of things you learn. The third thing is you get one additional line to write on your CV that you attended this workshop or training. Okay, so that's my third point of the day. The fourth point which I have is certifications. Definitely you should do, whether it is online, offline, hands-on, whatever certification you can grab up, do it. But only from reputed companies. There are many available on Udemy or Coursera. Those won't help. It has to be specialized, like you have Biotechnica, like you have a lot of biotech companies providing certifications. That will help you. Okay, so that's my fourth point of the day. You should do certifications, and you should mention that in your CV as well. Okay. Now, one more thing you should mention is whatever you're doing here, like the trainings and workshop and certifications, you should also post on LinkedIn as well. Okay. Now, the fifth thing is volunteering. For example, today somebody will volunteer to, run this show, or suppose somebody will volunteer for any kind of event you conducted in your college or in your company. So those things you should always volunteer, and you should mention this, because the outreach activities and volunteering will help you stand out of the crowd. Okay, so this is fifth point for you. Now the next point is the sixth point, which is temporary project JRF and SRF project positions. Now you will be seeing all this on Biotechnica a lot, and there is a reason we do. I'll tell you a story. So today morning at 9:30, okay, even tomorrow I am talking to somebody at 4:30 in the morning. So these guys are my subscribers of Biotechnica of 2006. Okay, remember Biotechnica started in 2006. So I'm always interacting with these guys. Now I always learn from them, like where they are, what they're doing. So today morning 9:30, I spoke to somebody. He is a senior scientist in Harvard University. Okay, so they're doing research on stem cells. Okay, so I asked him about his progress, and he said the temporary projects, SRF, JRF, whatever Biotechnic I used to post, I used to apply. I got a project in one of the institutes. I did that. So that helped me get placed in Harvard because I had that hands-on experience working in a lab under a guide who himself had patents and papers published. So that added to my brand value. Okay. So basically, when you are doing a JRF or a SRF, it adds to your brand value. So whether you are a CSIR qualified or not qualified, doesn't matter. You should do that. Okay. The next part is conferences and presentations. Now, this is something which you all should know. Look at this. So there is Bangalore Bio happening. Okay. Then there is BioAsia. Biotechnic also conducts a lot of conferences, workshops online. So wherever it is happening, like recently there was a Synthego conducted a World CRISPR Day celebrations was there. So whatever it is, you participate in these conferences, and if you have a paper to present, please do it. Please do it, because when you add that to your CV, that helps you. Right now, you'll ask for how to get those papers presentation, because you're doing in the JRF and SRF. All that research can be published as a paper, right? Or you can present it as a poster. So that will help you. Okay, so that's my 7th point. Now coming to the 8th point, paper publication. So again, when you are doing research during your MSc days, BSc days, PhD days, you'll publish a lot of papers. Now, the moment you publish these papers, of course, you should add these to your CV also. When you add this, or probably you co-authored a book chapter, always update all this on your LinkedIn profile, your ResearchGate profile, as well as in your CV as well. Okay, so this will help you. Now, coming to the 9th point, journal articles. You can also write journal articles, okay? Probably on Biotechnic also you can write on Nature, wherever, whichever journals you are knowing, you can submit your articles. If it's getting selected, it gets published. And then that helps you, grow in your career. In fact, Biotechnic has this contest running right now, which is article writing contest. You can participate there, okay? And then you can add these to your CV, okay? Now, the 10th point is professional affiliations, like you are a member of the Scientific Society of America, you are a member of the CRISPR Society of India, stuff like that, okay? So when you become a member, right, so it shows that you are active for that particular. So suppose you want to do research in stem cells, so become a member of a society or a organization which is, the Stem Cell Society of India, or something like that, okay? So that will help you. Now coming to the last point, the 11th and the bonus point, that is extracurricular activities. Okay, any extracurricular activities you can add, that will help you. Okay, whether it is singing, whether it is you have a hobby of chess, whatever it is, please mention that extracurricular activities. Like you won a award for the best speaking, or whatever it is. So you can write those, right? So to write all these things, of course, you have to do all these things. So that's something which you have to know. Okay, so this is what I wanted to talk in today's session first, which is CV improvement tips. And I believe this particular thing will help everybody, whoever is attending this session. So this is something which I wanted to gift you all. So this is my gift for all of you for joining today's session. Thank you so much for attending today's session. It was wonderful talking to all of you. Thank you so much. Take care. Good night. Bye-bye.